The next stop is On the Radar Radio.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, baby. On the Radar Radio. Yo, special guest in the building. Kitty Gata in the building. How are you today?
I'm fine. How you doing?
I felt like I kept saying Gata wrong. And like when I was trying to do this freestyle, I was like, I got to make sure I say it correctly.
Thank you. Everybody gets it wrong.
What do they be saying? They be saying Gata?
They say gatos or like Gata.
Gata?
Yeah, they say
like
Gata.
Gotti?
Like, no, it's Gata.
I'm Puerto Rican, so I understand. I get
Thank
it.
you.
I get it. Are you Puerto Rican?
Yeah, half.
Look at that.
You already know Boricua's in the building.
What's the other half?
Panamanian.
Oh, Panamanian. A lot of Panamanians in New York, too. I feel like people don't really notice that all the time. Like, wasn't Pop Smoke was Panamanian, too?
Yeah, he was Panamanian, too. It's crazy because when I was younger, I'm like, what the heck is Panamanian? I ain't meet nobody else Panamanian until I got older.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's like one of those things where it's like there's a lot of people in New York who might be like a quarter Panamanian or half Panamanian, like yourself. But like I'm sure that somebody's gonna say something if I say this, but I'm like, I haven't really met a person who's like just fully Panamanian.
Yeah, me neither.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just because of the people who I've been around, but I'm sure that they're out there in New York, but there's just not a lot of them. Like they're all like Puerto Ricans, Dominicans,
Yeah.
Cubans, Colombians, so on
Always
and so
something
forth.
in Panamanian.
Something in Panamanian. Where are you from originally?
I'm from Brooklyn.
You're from Brooklyn. Where in Brooklyn?
I'm from Borough Park.
Borough Park.
Yeah, shout out to Borough Park.
So how long have you officially been making music now for?
I've been doing it since like 15.
15. Okay, like 2015 or since you were 15?
No, since I was like 15.
Since you were 15.
Yeah.
Because when we were recording the freestyle, you had mentioned that, after your brother passed away, correct? You started taking it more seriously.
Yeah, well, if he was here, I probably wouldn't be doing it.
Was he doing it?
No, he wasn't doing it,
Okay.
but he don't want me no limelight and none of that. I'm his little sister.
Right. When you were playing around with music, when he was still with us, was he like encouraging you to do music? Was he not encouraging you to do music?
Nah, he was too busy getting money. He didn't really care. It was like I was mostly close with my cousins.
Okay.
Yeah, my cousins, we used to play around and like diss each other and stuff. So that's how I started. But my brother was always outside getting money. Like that's
Right. So, but you decided to pick up this career, right? Despite, even thinking that like your brother wouldn't want you in this limelight. So why did you decide to like start taking it seriously then?
I feel like this is where I can be more open. I don't really like to like talk to people into my business. So in my music, I feel like I express myself more freely. And then, other people could relate to it.
Right. And you feel like has it become like that helpful piece of therapy for you that you need when you deal with things like that as well?
Because I like to go to studio alone. I don't like to do like the group thing or none of that. It's just like therapy to me.
Right. I understand the group thing, like if you're doing like a video or something, but like, I don't know, like we just recently started recording our own records, right? And like we went to the studio, we recorded that Afrobeat record I was playing earlier. We recorded that shit in like an hour.
Yeah, because you was probably focused. It wasn't too much going on, right?
No, it was me, John, our photographer, and then their team, and she just was like, okay, I'm ready to record. She went in the booth, recorded an hour, and we were out. I'm like, oh, great, I'd have to be here all night.
Exactly, because she was working.
Yeah, I never understood the whole need to have like 30 people up in the studio with you.
Me neither. It's cool sometimes. I guess it depends on what kind of song you're doing.
Right.
If you're doing like a hyper drill song,
Yeah.
your friends hype you. They all dancing and stuff like that, so it makes you more hyper.
Right. Or if you, I guess, doing like some type of album playback or something.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, it makes sense. But it's like, if people aren't really, and I forgot who said this on my show the other day, but I love what they said. They said, it's BTV Des. He was like, if you're not really there to help uplift me, why are you around?
Exactly.
Like if you're not doing something, if you're not there to do something around me, like have a part in what I'm doing, and
Then
you're just
were
kind
you
of there
there?
smoking and just chilling and like
Taking a space.
taking up space in the studio time,
Yeah.
like what are we really doing?
Exactly.
Have you had to deal with any of that like so far in your career?
Not really that, because I know what not to do
Okay.
and what to do. But sometimes it's just, people come around and you gotta tell them, don't do that.
Right.
I don't like those. You tell them one time and then after that, whatever.
Right. Well, when it comes to the music, so you got the record with Matt the Man.
Yes.
Super dope. Congratulations
Thank
on
you,
that.
thank you.
How did that record come about?
Well, I have two of them. I did the first one 2 years ago with him. We did the All You Need remix. I did that. I met him at China Mac's video shoot.
Shout out China Mac.
Yeah, shout out China Mac. I met him at his video shoot, and then we were just talking. People kept going to him like, "Oh, you met Kitty?" So the next day we just spoke, and then he sent the verse back to me pretty quick.
And it was that easy.
I guess because he believed in me. Like he kind of like gave me this conversation. Like, you remind me of my little sister. So it was more like he just believed in me.
So he still serves as like that mentor figure for you, like to the day?
Yes. Like every time I feel down, it's like he knows. It's like he'll hit me up like, yo, you know you dope, right? Keep going. So it's like he knows. It's pretty weird.
How often do you get like that? Like where you kind of feel down, whether it be about the music stuff or even kind of like with, what you're doing? Does it happen a lot?
Probably every day.
Every day?
Yeah, because every day I want to get up and do something. So if it's not done or if it's not done right, it's like, nah, I'm not going to sleep until it gets done.
Right.
You know?
Like you were telling me about how like we had our dates mixed up and you were like I
was so mad. I was like
Biscuit, right?
Yeah, I was with Biscuit and Dice. We was doing a podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was so hyped. I'm like, tomorrow I'm getting on the radar finally, cause you real hard to get to. I gotta give that to you. But it feels dope to be here because you make it feel like an accomplishment because you make it so hard to get to you, you know?
Right.
So when you finally get it, it's like another goal.
Right. That's definitely one reason why I make it hard to get to me. One reason is because I make it is for that exact reason. And I like it to feel like it's actually something and not just like, oh, you're just coming on another platform.
Exactly.
That's the run-of-the-mill shit. And two, because like also my DMs became so flooded after a while that I was like, fuck this shit. I'm turning this off. Like, I was like the people, I'm a big believer of like people will find me when they need to find me and I will find people when I need to find them. And it's like, if the show had just started out, I would be like, if it was like 4 years ago when I first started out, I'd be, in and out my DMs all day, right? But now I'm like, look, I got great people around me like John, Toby, Joey, Rob, so on and so forth, Calvin, who are able to also help filter in artists to me, along with the ones that I just like reach out to and I like on my own. So that's kind of why I make it like that, because I do want it to feel like I want it to feel special when you come up here, and I want people to, like to be happy when they come up here, not just like oh great, I'm gonna go do I'm just doing On the Radar as part of like my press run. You know what I'm saying? Like I want people to be like, oh shit, Gabe, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
and that's exactly
cool
what
thing.
you did.
Thank you. And I'm happy that we finally made this happen, because like it's like I felt like when your manager came up here and he was like, oh yeah, like she got the dates mixed up. I was like, damn, I was excited for this.
I was crying. I was like, Hef, we gotta get it. He called me back like Friday. I'm like, yes, I love you.
Yeah, one thing about me, when I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't half-ass that shit.
Thank you.
So with the music right now, so last EP you dropped was 2021, right?
Yeah, the last. Yeah, it was 2020.
So
2022.
2022, my bad. So with the music right now, what are you kind of focusing on? What's kind of moving? What are you kind of doing now?
I'm about to drop a single. It's called I Party.
Okay.
This year I want to focus more on visuals because I feel like I overthink my visuals too much, so I don't do them. But this year I'm gonna just do it. I'm gonna just do it. Whatever it is, let's just do it.
Right. And I feel like, right now in hip hop, with like the space that the women occupy, it's such an incredible space. And like visuals, I feel like people have been stepping up their visuals. Like even like a lot of the recent Ice Spice visuals I've been seeing, I'm like, okay, like I like this. I like this. Cause I feel like it's always like, oh, the guys are always mad consistent with their visuals, and the girls, like, they get one or two visuals off. But like, I understand the difficulties with being consistent with the visuals too. It's not easy as people think it is to do.
Yeah, and I be thinking like big scenes, like girl, that costs mad bread, So I'm like, I ain't doing that until I get that. But then, we only getting older, so you gotta do something.
Right. I always tell people you gotta just push it out.
Yeah.
You gotta just push it out. I had a conversation last night with this artist who was here with me, who was like signed to a label. He couldn't really drop that much, but now that he's like free from the label stuff, he's like, bro, I'm about to just start dropping every single day. And I'm like, you should. Like, why not? It's like we in an era where it doesn't matter when and where you drop. You just drop, and people fuck with it. People fuck with it. If not, they're gonna fuck with. If you drop 1,000 songs, people gonna fuck with one of those songs at least.
Yeah.
So you might as well just keep going.
That's a fact.
So do you think, aside from the videos, are you gonna be dropping a lot of singles this year too? Like,
yeah, I need to start dropping more. I definitely do, because that's another problem I have. I be holding them.
You shouldn't. You should just let it go.
I know, but I'm gonna start 2023. I got Hef on my back.
Right, because it's like the more you drop, the more eyes that get brought to you, the more your streams go up. Like pennies make dollars, dollars make hundreds, hundreds make thousands, thousands make millies. You know what I'm saying? That's why I be telling everybody. That's why I'm like, just fuck it, just drop. We dropped like 10 freestyles this week on DSPs. Fuck it.
I'm gonna have to get like him.
Yeah. So singles, videos. What else do you want to accomplish this year? What else are your goals for the end of 2023?
I want to do like a movie. I want to do a documentary.
Okay.
But I don't know if I should wait until like I finally make that one, that one hit, and then do everything I went through, or just do it based on like me growing up, like what I went through and stuff like that. So I have like different options I want to get done.
I feel like the documentaries is tough because you gotta like figure out the right time in your life to do it.
Exactly.
Like I think Lil Baby just did it at the perfect time. His shit was incredible.
Exactly.
But it's like you want to make sure you don't want to give people like too little. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure that's like, oh, I have X, Y, and Z that I could talk about.
Exactly.
That's always the tough part because you have such an extensive background. So it's like you want to show like just the back, that little part of it, or do you want to wait till
You will
get
get there.
you
Yes.
get your first platinum record? And then it's like, okay, now we can make
Exactly.
the documentary. It's always a tough, or do you want to do two? It's always a tough type of thing to think about.
We're gonna do everything,
You're gonna do everything.
but one of them is gonna hit.
One of the records is gonna hit. So do you have any other features on the way you got coming up?
No, I did Shot Wale. I did a few that but we did it last year. It's just I never put it out. You know what I'm saying?
Why did you
But
put out the Shadow one?
I don't know. I'm waiting. I want to go to Africa, but they asked me for too many shots. But I'm gonna get there.
Word.
Get there.
Well, look, by the time y'all seeing this, the freestyle's out now, so make sure you go check that out. Before we get out of here and we let the people run back that freestyle, anything else you want to let the people know where they can follow you at, all that good stuff, now is the time to do it. This camera right here.
You can follow me at Real Kitty Kitty on all streaming. No, Real Kitty Kitty on Instagram. Kitty Gata on all streaming platforms.
There you go. Well, make sure you go follow her. Go run up everything she has out now. Go run up that freestyle. That freestyle is also going to hit DSPs. So once that out, make sure you look out for that on her DSPs and our DSPs. Make sure you go follow her. Go show her some love. Go show her some support. Love is free. Support is free. But try to renew that. Till next time. Kitty Gata on the radar. We out. Bye.
Hello.